Ron.
Oh, good.
Hello, my name's Everett Triplett. I'm here to explain to you why the Bible says food is going to be scarce. It's in the end of chapter 4 of Ezekiel. It says food and water will be scarce. It's in Isaiah 3. The Lord's going to cut off all support and all supplies of food and water. It's in Revelation 6 where the black horse has got the scales of the day's wages for a quart of wheat. I go, today you can buy wheat for about $300 a ton, and so that's 15 cents a pound. A quart is maybe 2 pounds. So you can actually buy a quart of wheat for maybe 30 cents. And we know that today a day's wages is approximately a $100 bill. So where are you going to invest 30 cents today with an anticipation of a rate of return of $100? The most important thing anybody can be doing right now in this country is stockpiling food, not just for yourselves, but for your brothers and sisters around you. Because the prophecies are coming. A day of great disaster is prophesied. It's called the day of the Lord, book of Joel. And the book of Joel says in chapter 1, farmers will be grieving over the loss of the wheat and barley. So in Ezekiel 4, it says get 390 days supply of wheat, barley, beans, store up that food. You're going to need it. And the reason why is because Joel 1 says the farmers will be grieving over the loss of the harvest. That the wheat and barley out in the field has been destroyed. I understand how, because Deuteronomy 28:24 describes consequences of disobedience, that a nation that turns away from the Lord will turn the rain of their land into dust and powder. It's fallout dust. It's crop contamination on a nation called the breadbasket of the world. And so the 390 days supply is an adequate amount. A friend of mine asked me, what are we going to eat on day 391 if we only stockpile that much? And I began to understand this sudden destruction hits, it's going to wipe out the harvest, and it'll be another year before a new crop comes forth. And so it'll be about 390 days before the earth produces a new supply of food in the next growing season. But the laws of economics are supply and demand creates value. And the scriptures describe that the highways will be desolate. There'll be no travelers on the road. That's in Isaiah 33, where it says, look, the brave men cry aloud in the streets. The envoys of peace weep bitterly. The treaties are broken. Trump and Putin both have agreed. The treaty between Reagan and Gorbachev about the missile defense system, the INF treaty it was called, it's been broken. As Russia says, we broke it. We say Russia broke it. Anyway, Russia today has developed a new hypersonic missile, nuclear-powered missile. Putin says nothing can stop us now. That missile is what's being described in Revelation 6. The rider on the white horse, he comes as a conqueror bent on conquest, and he has a bow. What does a bow do? A bow shoots an arrow. What's the arrow? The arrow's that missile. The missiles are coming. And they're going to take this country down. It's international law enforcement. Our nation's been declared by the United Nations as the nation violating international law, as in President Bush attacked Iraq after he did not get authorized by the UN, which he sought. He went to them and asked them for authorization. He didn't get it. And so we've been set up. It's the global government wants to take this country down because they have to have every nation on planet Earth under their thumb and agreeing that they have the power to rule all the nations of the world in order to have a global government. But the reason why wheat and barley and beans will become worth 30 cents worth of wheat will be worth $100 because highways are desolate, there's no travelers on the road, the breadbasket of the world suffered crop contamination, and so supply and demand creates value. Nothing you can do with your money better than get your money out of stocks, get your money out of the banks, because it says in a single hour, the rich men will weep and howl, for in 1 hour, all their wealth has been wiped out. Picture a tycoon from Silicon Valley, 42-year-old guy who's made millions, sits at a Starbucks down by the beach at Newport Beach, and gets up in the morning, goes down to have his caramel macchiato latte. This day of the Lord hits, it's going to be grid down. No cell phone service, no internet, No lights. Hello, darkness, my old friend, from Simon and Garfunkel, who talks about how his eyes are stabbed by the flash of a neon light that he had in a vision in the middle of the night while he was sleeping. I can continue talking to you. I'll put up another video next week. But for the meantime, start repositioning your assets. Get ready for what's going to happen. It's in Isaiah 3:10. Tell the righteous it'll be well with them. They'll enjoy the fruit of their deeds. If you're a righteous man, get busy doing the deeds, preparing for what's coming. Thanks for watching.